people.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
How's it going, guys?
Welcome back to the Adult Deck.
Yes, I am your host, Ronnie Scott, and I am here with my wonderful co-host, amazing husband, Peter Scott.
That's my name.
I definitely wear it out.
Yeah.
So here we are, another week, another day, another.
Yeah. So what's your roses and thorns? So where's this last 7 days taking you, treated you? How you feeling today?
Today, I am feeling pretty good, honestly. I've just been, invigorated, right. I guess. I don't know. I've been, and we'll get into it later on in the show today, but I've been mulling over, thinking, brainstorming of new ideas for Scott Enterprises as a whole, and where I want to get back to with the adult deck.
Right.
So I've been excited. I'm thinking of new ways to organize the apartment, thinking of new material, coming up with a list of potential guests. Okay. I've been on it today, so I'm pretty good. I am feeling very optimistic, and my quote of the week, once we get to that segment, is definitely going to reflect that, I guess.
Okay.
So my rose is that I'm feeling pretty good today.
That's good. That's good enough.
Hey.
Any thorns, anything biting you in the tuchus?
There are a couple of work things that have been bothering me as of lately, but I'm also starting to get, I guess, rose-colored glasses.
Okay.
Because it's it's not that bad. I don't have to deal with this forever. At the end of the month, I'm going to have a new job, so I'm good.
Facts.
So I don't think I have any thorns so far this week.
Okay. That's good.
What about you?
Me? I don't know. Rose. That Vegeta statue we got today.
Oh, right? That one is nice.
The figure is gorgeous, man. I love it.
Ever since you said that you pay attention to the face in figures and statues, I was that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because the rest of the statue would have great detail if they detail the face properly. That means they care. Right. That means they're putting care into this product they're making for you. The Super Saiyan blue Vegeta that I saw before, his face was just off. Yeah. And I didn't trust.
My bad, y'all.
I didn't trust that the rest of the figure wouldn't be off if the face is off. You know? But
definitely makes sense.
Seeing how detailed the face is in the image on the box, because you can't open the box in the store and look at it. Seeing how detailed everything is on the box, I was like, yeah, I definitely got to get this. And it's a Super Saiyan God, God level. And I think out of all of Vegeta's transformations, that's my favorite.
Really?
He looks good in red. I don't know why. He just looks good in red to me.
It's his aura. He has a very red aura.
Probably. But, I feel like he looks best. Super Saiyan God is his best looking transformation. Super Saiyan Blue Evolution is up there because it's something. But I feel like that's only because that's something Vegeta can do.
True.
Goku hasn't gone Blue Evolution. He's went to the Ultra Instinct route.
Which is a
silver,
jump.
Yeah. But Vegeta looks bomb in red, so I had to get that. Opened it. His detail is great, in the face, in the hair, the body, all top tier. That's my rose. My thorn.
Your thorn.
Borderlands. Now, don't take that the wrong way. Borderlands. Hear you out. Because of that side mission we did yesterday.
The crazy one, the
different
waves,
levels, the 5 waves.
Yeah, so it's a survival.
5 more waves,
right?
But it pissed me off because I thought I cleared that map. I didn't come to find out, 1, there's a section I haven't even touched. And 2, it's survival mode, basically. Yep. And that's one of the things in games I hate the most. But because I'm trying to 100% Borderlands, I had to play it.
That's
and it's
funny.
but that pissed me off. Especially when we got one, when I died the most. That was one thing that pissed me off. I appreciate that I could get it to like, I couldn't, what pissed me off was that I couldn't get back down into it, but survival mode, you can't go back.
Right.
But I liked the plot hole or I guess glitch where you can still snipe people from the top of the elevator.
Let me tell you, that came in handy.
Man, look.
It were like, and again, I was out there holding my own, phenomenal, hands down.
I really only helped out for like the big dinosaurs and the flying crap, but everything else you held it down.
Everything else, but man, that was difficult. That was a difficult mission to get through.
Yeah, it was.
Like, and it's also weird because it's like, after we finished that side mission, you went back to do like a story mission. And I was like, what the heck?
Like, oh, you didn't finish the story. It's the second. I'm like, no, I was stuck there. Yeah. And plus, we did spend like a whole weekend finishing the DLC. So that also. That also played into it.
So you still have one more DLC to do.
Yes. You said I can't play that without you. So.
Yes. And because I like this one. And there's a third DLC that's dropping soon. You got a hole in your lip?
Apparently.
And there's a third DLC dropping soon.
Yes.
So I'm so excited.
It wasn't the update they pushed back, but the update was preparing for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So it's been good. I think, and like I was saying yesterday, I feel like we usually have like a summer show that we binge that we haven't watched from like beginning to end yet, and like we haven't started one yet.
No,
but I feel like Borderlands is like in place of our summer show.
Yeah, I'm about to say we've also haven't been watching TV that much because of Borderlands.
We haven't. It's not even just because of Borderlands. I think.
And all of our shows have stopped.
All of our shows have
because Rona
have stopped and been postponed.
Not our street.
And I don't know. Yo, somebody is jamming outside.
Oh, big facts.
And just I like that I like that we're kind of sort of breaking a routine, I guess, because throughout majority of our relationship, throughout majority of the time that we live together, it's always like go to work or work from home, go for a walk, come home, watch TV, go to sleep, go to work, come home, watch TV, go to sleep, go to work, like over and over. But with something like Borderlands, I feel like it's a way for us to, I guess, actively connect with one another.
I hear you.
Because it's like, whenever we watch TV, we're chilling on our phones. Like, it's like we're here, we're physically touching, but we're not interacting.
We're winding down separately.
Right.
Which Borderlands, or even, since you're getting into One Piece, we're winding down together. Yeah.
So I really appreciate that.
Because, man, let me tell you, especially in that survival, when I tell you have to communicate.
Oh, man.
Shoot.
Man. Like,
especially even in One Piece. One Piece is such a big map that there's no point in both of you being in one area.
Right.
No, you go handle what's over there and call me if you need help.
And that's how we were last night. I was like, look, we'll thin the herd.
Yeah, separate them so they're not all conjoined and jumping you.
And we'll just see what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, that survival mode ticked me off for numerous reasons.
It was fun, though.
It was fun, though.
And there's another one like that.
Oh. Not excited for that, but I'm going to have to clear it to get 100%.
It was fun. So with the other one like that, I did it when I was playing by myself.
Okay.
And I got to like level 5, wave like 4 by myself. And I was nice. Like, whew. Nice. But I could not finish it after that. I was like,
just at least is the next one like with actual people?
Yes.
Okay, because the animals die quickly, so I feel like you can fly through that pretty quickly. But with the actual people characters, I feel like they're harder to kill than the animals.
I think so too, because they have like guns and then you have like snipers.
They have snipers,
stuff like that.
The only ones that are really easy to kill are like the small little height challenged.
They're called, yes. I think so it's so funny. It's me being a communications major. It's always funny to see how my degree plays into how I notice things. So like in Borderlands, like 1 in the pre-sequel, I think. They straight up called them like midgets, like psycho midget, stuff like that.
Look, if like, Borderland calling them midgets, then the midget ones are easier to kill.
but now in Borderlands 3, they're not called that anymore. They're called tinks.
Tinks.
Tink, tink,
tink. Okay. Borderland out here getting politically correct.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I never would have noticed that before. But I'm like, now that I have a degree in social influence and all of that stuff, man. Like, I can't wait until our future kids come to us and be like, we got a history project on 2020. I'm like, kid, which angle do you want to go? We can go from like the advertising angle. We can go from how companies had to revamp their entire job structure, their entire industries, like
COVID.
Oh man, we could go into people and how people interacted with each other as things started to ramp up and wind down.
Small businesses didn't really get a fair shake compared to Walmarts and Amazons and all of those.
Yeah, how quick people had to turn around advertising to now like support anything, even like support their changes for COVID and how they're interacting with people to come out and support Black Lives Matter, and then not only just support but also say how they're changing their industry or how they're changing their company.
Support, because saying it is one thing, but actually having a plan and seeing action, that's what matters. So
I'm like let's go, kid. Man. I'm ready.
And then they're gonna come at me like, Dad, you got something, because that's heavy. But like, look, introverts versus extroverts. Just write your paper on that.
How people who enjoy staying home most of the time was like, nah, I want to go outside.
Nah, more so how when you got into like the 3rd month of COVID, and then it was the introverts that were like, I want to go outside, and the extroverts was like, nah, I'm just getting used to this.
I'm just getting used to this. I'm cool.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
Man. That would be interesting. Second Rose, and we don't have to spend too much time on it, but I genuinely appreciate how physically affectionate you've been over the past like week or couple days, because physical touch is my love language. That's how I like find solace and care. That's how I receive love, and it's been a rough couple of weeks for me as of lately.
I think now really thinking about it, I think I always respond that way, especially when you're in tense and stressful situations, because I don't have the words for it. So, and I know actions usually speak louder than words.
Absolutely.
So, if I know sitting here telling you to get over it or just feel better isn't gonna help the situation.
Not coming from you.
So it's like, all right, let me hug her. Let me smack her on the butt.
Like, I genuinely appreciate that. And I think that goes to show or to speak to how important it is to know your partner's love language. Because can you imagine if receiving gifts isn't necessarily my thing. Like, yes, I welcome it, but but it's not like the top way I realize affection and love. So it's like, can you imagine if you came and was always like, all right, here's something else, here's something else. I'm like, fam, I need a hug. So
I bought you $1,000 hug. Put it around your neck.
So I've also noticed that we have moved towards more of acts of service as a love language between us two.
Okay.
Just like, for example, getting water for you. I'm like, hey, I'm going to refill mine. Do you need more water? Playing games together. Like, I never played One Piece before we played a couple weeks ago. You never played Borderlands before you played a couple weeks ago. So, like, that's like an act of service to me, I guess.
Legit, like, help level up a few of my characters. So I'm like, oh. Because honestly, I probably wouldn't have ever played as Boa unless like a year later, and it's like, I think she's the only one I haven't leveled up yet. Because I've been itching to play as Nami because I've always liked her like Thunder Staff or whatever.
Yeah.
Her climb attack. There we go. I can't be a One Piece fan and not know what that's called. It's like a main plot point. But yeah, I wanted to test that out, especially with her having Zeus. I wanted to see any other new moves. But yeah, the only female character I probably would have played heavy would have been Big Mom, just because she's a powerhouse.
I would say she's huge. She's a literal giant. I mean,
giant adjacent.
Giant adjacent.
Like, there are legitimate giants that can walk through the ocean in the series. So.
That is true.
Because remember, Broggy and Kroggy? I think that's their name. But, like, they said goodbye to the Straw Hats, and they were legitimately standing in the ocean up to their knees. And it's like, Luffy came up to, like, his big toe. So, yeah. Legit giants. And this whole episode be taken up with One Piece if you let me. So
it would be, honestly.
Let's continue.
So our next segment, our wonderful comics corner. Have you read any good comics lately?
Yes. Flash. I'm enjoying Flash because I feel Reverse Flash has always been one of my favorite villains. Especially how they brought him to life on the Flash CW show, mainly because I just like the actor who plays him.
Oh, absolutely.
His range for everything.
Gosh.
But Reverse
like
Flash.
6 different Wells on that TV show.
There's a Council of Wells. Let's Council of Wells. Yes.
Well, I mean, not anymore.
Like whatever Mr. Fantastic's council is in Marvel. But Reverse Flash is back. Spoilers if y'all didn't know. Dr. Manhattan killed Reverse Flash.
Oh no.
Back in the button. So he's been dead for a while. But since Reverse Flash is a paradox, he killed himself. So he has to survive to kill himself. So he can technically never die.
But he's continuously killing himself.
Yes. So there
always has to be a Reverse Flash to kill the Reverse Flash.
Yes.
Oh man, that is a paradox.
You are a paradox. He is
That's crazy.
Legitimate paradox.
You exist just to not exist.
Yes. Because two things: he has to exist because he was the catalyst for the Flash because he killed his mom.
Right.
So the Flash wouldn't exist if the Reverse Flash didn't kill his mother. But also, the Reverse Flash would never exist if the Flash was never created in the first place. Because the Reverse Flash's idol is the Flash.
Yeah.
He became a speedster to be like the Flash, but
and
you know how that happens.
Had to create the
Comics
Flash.
happens. And he was like, this ain't going to work. I got to be his antagonist, don't I? So, but Dr. Manhattan killed him. He was dead for a while. And ironically, Barry's latest villain that he can't beat is called Paradox. So, the only person in the 25 centuries that DC has right now, I think it goes up to 25. But the only person in that entire time that's ever defeated Paradox was the Reverse Flash, who is a Paradox. So
that's weird. I feel like they wrote themselves into a hole and was like, they
wanted a way to bring back Reverse Flash. You cannot have Barry without his reverse.
Nah.
So only person who ever defeated Paradox was Reverse Flash. So guess what time it is?
Reverse Flash time?
Team up time. And I don't think anybody who's ever actually experienced will understand having to team up with the person who killed your mama. And yes, since Reverse Flash is dead, he had to go to a point in time where he knew Reverse Flash would be. So guess where he decided to go get Reverse Flash
from the time his mama died.
Yeah. So and he had to sit there, listen to Reverse Flash kill his mother because, Flashpoint can't happen again. And so, yeah, as soon as he ran out from killing his mother, Reverse Flash saw him, tackled him, and was like, this is a new plot point. This didn't happen before. So that was funny. But yeah, him teaming up with Reverse Flash is one of the good things I've read. Justice League has started a new arc, and I'm liking it. It's interesting. Spectre, the person Oliver turned into at the end of the Crisis. But this isn't Oliver. This is the one who's Spectre before him, James Corrigan. He basically gave the middle finger to God and was like, I don't want to be the Spectre no more. Because the Spectre is God's vengeance, and yes, capital G, God's vengeance. So, God of the DC Universe's vengeance. So that's why Spectre is so strong in the first place. So, but Corrigan, he was like, all right, I can't just straight up tell God F you. So he was like, I'm going to just send him a sign. I'm going to go and spend the rest of my life in Tartarus. Yes, Greek comics, Tartarus. So yes, he went to Wonder Woman's Themyscira Island because they are legitimately built on top of Tartarus. Yes.
Really?
That's their whole purpose.
The doors?
Yes, that's their whole purpose for living forever is to guard the door to Tartarus. Like,
so
that's where all the beasties come from.
The beasties.
But yeah, Spectre gave up his powers, so then Justice League was in the middle of a fight with a Greek mythological sea monster. And in the middle of that fight, they started to basically air their grievances out, but that was only because Spectre was around. He's the spirit of vengeance, so if you got a grudge, when he's around, he's like Ares. So when he's around, you feel his presence, and you kind of are affected by it.
Nice.
So yeah,
I mean, not nice, but
they started to fight each other. Green Lantern took out the Flash. Of course, Batman took out Superman.
Oh, you were saying that the Justice League started to fight each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were... I don't know what part of that I missed, but something was not connecting.
Oh, I do need a story. I don't know how they're going to do it or how it's going to happen. But Wonder Woman versus Aquaman.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Half Atlantean.
Right.
Royalty, meaning he's a descendant of Neptune. Diana, daughter of Zeus. Diana's sword and the trident, both made out of celestial bronze, indestructible material. Even in the future in Legions of Superhero, they discovered Aquaman's trident again.
Oh, really?
So that's a plot point in Legions that I'm reading. That's another thing, but we'll get there. So yeah, because vengeance, they started airing the grievances out. Diana talking to Arthur was like, you're so... It was funny because he's Aquaman. She was like, you're so wishy-washy. Because because he's either... He can't decide whether he wants to be a part of the Justice League or be a king. And now he has a son, and he's a dad. So she's like, picking allegiance. Are you a Justice League? Are you an Atlantean? Are you a father? And Aquaman is like, and here you are, Miss Princess Perfect, think you're better than everybody.
You don't have to pick a side.
Yeah, so they were going in, and if you just want a roast session of the Justice League, you should read that issue. Because they were going in. But yeah, that was a good one. Legions. I'm excited that I'm finally got the third issue of Legions.
Yeah, Legion of Superheroes.
One, I get to see Damian's reaction to an adult John.
He's not an adult.
He's not 13. He is taller than Damian now, 17. And Damian's going to have a problem with that.
17-year-olds are still children. They are not adults. They are children. What?
Huh? Yeah, they're children, right.
They're children.
And John has gone to join the Legions in the future. So now he's came to pick back up Damian to show him Planet Gotham.
Planet Gotham? Planet City? Sorry. I don't know why that's so funny to me. So That's conflicting. So
they don't
John
know what to
Kent,
do with another Superman.
That is very true.
You have way too many Superboys right now.
That is very true. No.
Yes.
There's only like two.
No. There because the Young Justice Superboy exists in the main.
But that's Superboy Prime Connor Kent. No.
So Young Justice, the comic,
right?
That has a Superboy.
Yes.
Superman's biological son, John Kent. Superboy.
Yes.
You have Superboy Prime, which is locked up in the Shazam storyline. Oh, that's another comic I gotta get back into, Shazam. So he's locked up in the Magic Universe, Shazam. Eventually, Shazam's gonna have to come face to face with Superboy Prime. That's the one that punched the universe in the face and brought Jason Todd back to life.
Yes.
That's Superboy Prime. And then you have the TV shows. Superboy exists in DC's main continuity. Superman finally remembered him and was like, damn, I gotta go find him.
TV shows.
Yeah, the TV
Young
show.
Justice TV show.
Yeah, the Young Justice TV show.
I thought that was Connor.
Nah, he might be named Connor too. But the jean jacket wearing, that's a different Superboy. Yeah. There's a lot of Superboys right now.
That's why I stick with my comments. I do not.
They didn't know what to do with Superboy, John Kent. So they was like, Legions of Superheroes. So he's in the future now.
That makes sense, but I'm still confused as to how he got to the future. As if it's a hard thing in comics.
I don't know if you remember, but remember the whole storyline with Superman's dad?
Yes.
And Rogolzar, the person who really destroyed Krypton, which Bendis.
Oh.
So at the end of that story,
kept up with Supergirl either.
Yeah, Supergirl was a part of that too. So at the end of that story, they all came together. It was like, all right, we finally did it, and then boom, big old space rift opened up, and like all the legions of superheroes showed up, and was like, this is the day the United Galaxy Nation or whatever was created, and it was created by Superman. And so Superman was going like, right now it's not a good time, guys. Can I talk to you? And they were like, not you. That's Superman. And pointed to John Kent. So John created the Legion and started the United Galaxy Nation or whatever.
That's another paradox, Kent. If John didn't have the idea to create if the Legion of Superheroes came back in time and gave John Kent the idea to create the Legion of Superheroes, then would the Legion exist without the Legion?
What came first, the chicken or the egg? Yeah. Gotta love comics, man. So yeah, he went with them. They basically came to get him so they can celebrate. I think it was like 20 years. So they brought him to show it off. Like, this is what your efforts made. This is how the universe is now. All along that line. Legions. Earth is pretty much destroyed. But it's like certain sections of the planet survived. And they're like in a giant petri dish, but it's not tiny like the Shrunken City of Kandor. It's like normal size, but like
so it's just like a dome.
Yeah, but what am I trying to think of? So
like
it's like a
Simpsons
circle. It's like a core circle with like branches splitting off everywhere, and at the end of those branches there are cities.
Okay, that's weird.
It's weird. You just have to look at it. But the Legion's at the center. They protect the rest, and the galaxy, of course. But there's a planet Gotham, so John came back to get Damian. That's legitimately all John heard the entire time he was there. There's a running joke through the first 2 issues of them saying like, we had a PowerPoint presentation for you that'll explain all of this. And John is like, yeah, but something's happening over there, so I'm going to get that. John's asking questions, and they're just like, if you watched the PowerPoint, you would know. And John's like, but I got to go see this person.
Oh, my gosh.
And then he figured out about Planet Gotham, and that's like one track, man. I got to go get my best friend.
So after this, is John Kent going to stay in the future with the Legion of Superheroes that he created 20 years ago?
I think so.
But then hypothetically, there would be 2 Jonathan Kents because he would only be like 37.
So, I don't know. That's confusing. You just confused me. So no, I think
like so John didn't like create the Legion of Superheroes and then be like.
So at the point they showed up to come get him, he hasn't even thought about that yet. So they literally probably gave him an idea to start this. So at some point he's gonna have to come back to start it, and I don't know if he's gonna come back with that team he's been with.
Oh, okay.
But
we could definitely just like cut that out.
No, yeah, absolutely. So I don't know if he's gonna come back to with the team that he left with, because even in future issues they're like, check out John and his new team and the Gold Lantern and this person and that person. So who knows if he's actually gonna come back?
Yeah.
And honestly, with time travel, they can literally drop him off the same place they picked him up.
Literally
unless he ages. Then that's going to be like...
But how long is he going to be with them?
Exactly. And honestly, to his family, it could be a second.
Yeah.
Or
be a year.
Forever. And that's the same thing I'm thinking about with Damian, because the cover that I just got has Damian with the Legion ring.
Yeah.
So is he going to stay with John? Or is he going to come back with all that Legion technology and like, I'm going to blow up the world? Because who knows how the world blew up?
That is true. Nah.
Because we do know Batman Beyond, which is continuity, Damian is Ra's al Ghul.
Yes. But does he... So I see what you're saying. I think they're going to age Damian up and use this as a way to like age him up.
I hope not. I really don't want Bendis. I don't want Bendis to touch Damian, because I like Damian and the people who's used him the way he is. I feel like if Bendis touched Damian, he's gonna do the same thing he did to Superman, just convolute it for no reason.
Yeah, but
like what
he doesn't have a play. But think about it, like where are the Titans right now? Like aren't they the Teen Titans? Shall I say? Yes. Aren't they disbanded? So he doesn't have the Titans anymore.
But Teen Titans Volume is he's supposed to confront Batman for what he did and all of that good crap. Well, bad crap. But
oh, I thought you said bat, like BAT crap.
No. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't want him to age up. I feel like he needs to stick as Robin. I feel like they have a plan for Damian. They're just still building to that.
Well,
other than with John going down this storyline of Superman revealing his secret identity and he can't even have 2 seconds with his wife, how's that going to affect his son? That's going to expose his son to him being Superboy. So I see aging him up and sending him off to the future so he doesn't have to deal with that and Superman doesn't have to worry about his son. But Bendis making the decision to age up John killed Super Sons.
Like that was such a good comic. I loved their dynamic.
I truly enjoyed Superman and John's relationship because you really never get to see Superman be a father and actually show concern, teach his son how to be a Superman and a superhero and all of that good stuff. And like I said, they killed Super Sons. Like, I really enjoyed Super Sons. Like, I honestly thought they were going to go the route of the original Super Sons. Like, follow them, age them up, watch them take over their parents' roles, all of that. But just had to speed up John Kent, didn't you?
But that's my thing, though. That's why I'm thinking they would either age Damian up. One of the reasons why they would age Damian up so that they're the same age. But then also, like, eventually, throughout all of continuity, eventually Damian is going to grow up to take over the League of Assassins. So with him doing that, like, they can't just, unless he takes over the League of Assassins at a very young age, which, like, it's Damian. He was murdering people in utero. But, like,
let's be real. Talia doesn't have Leviathan no more. I feel like Roz is just getting tired of being alive at this point.
Yeah, but what are they gonna do what is DC Comics gonna do with Damian as a character? They can't, like, they're not gonna flesh this out for 2, 3, 4, 5 years and have him age up real time. No. So how are we ever eventually gonna get to that point?
Because we are supposed to get into this 5G series or 5G project, which they're supposed to legitimately pass the baton on to the next generation or whatever. They're actually aging people and gonna start like Luke as the new Batman. There's supposed to be a new Superman. There's supposed to be a new Wonder Woman. All of that. While the mentors or Bruce and the rest of them step back and actually age and get old. And I think it'll work if they do it properly. Like I said, Damian is already poised to take over the league. We know that's going to be his future. It's just, how is he going to reconcile what his mother taught him and everything he's experienced under his father? I feel like that's what they're going to do with Damian. And I feel like that's a great storyline for Damian, because that's what they've kind of been doing this whole time. And Damian's been growing and aging in real time. Like, if you think about when he first showed up to where he is now, he's older. Like he looks taller. Like, they've been aging Damian up real time.
So
they got away with Batman, but dropping him into a vat,
Lazarus pit,
and then re-traumatizing him. Superman is Kryptonian. He ages slow. Same for Wonder Woman. She ages slow.
Like,
I'm just, me personally, I'm waiting. I love watching Damian getting older. I'm glad Aquaman had his baby, because that means he's getting his hand chopped off soon, and we're gonna get Aquaman with a hook. And I love it. That's my favorite Aquaman.
King Hook.
That's my favorite Aquaman.
So, okay, we got to wrap it up eventually.
We can do this all day. But
I know, but we have other topics to get to.
Very true.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
Anything you read that you want to go over quickly?
Just the Trials of Harley Quinn. I think.
Oh, it's not wrapping up. Of course, it's close to wrapping up.
It's not. I got a whole nother volume. But it's been very interesting because, and like I said before, I love the direction DC is going in with Harley Quinn's character as a whole, because it's making her multidimensional and not just somebody's lackey or not just
the Joker's ex or Poison Ivy's love interest, or just, it's
making her more than just a plot point for people.
She's Harley. She has her own title now,
right?
So let's act like it.
So, like, with this, it's like going through, like, and it's funny stuff, but at the same time, it's like real live. Like, so found out her mom got cancer. And then, like, the first trial was somebody framing her for murder, and everybody's like, "Nah, Harley, you didn't." She's like, she was working with Batman, and Batman was like, "You did this. You ain't nothing but trash." And Harley was like, "Fam, I'm not about that life no more. Let me show you." And he's like, whole time Batman's just grumpy, like, "I know you did it, Harley," and she's like, "But I didn't." Like,
that's Batman. I feel like he knows she didn't do it. He's just like, "You prove it. Let me see what you do. Let me see if you're going to react how you used to, or if you're going to really be a new Harley."
So there was that one. There was one, whatever. Batman's a dick. There was one where she got turned into a bug. And so, like, the beginning of the comic, she was like Queen of Coney Island. She's so pretty, and the bikini contest, all this other stuff. And then she got turned into a bug and, like, had to humble herself. I mean, and it's just been, like, a lot of different things like that. And, like, meanwhile, the B plot to all of this going on is that, like, she's still dealing with the fact that her mom has terminal lung cancer. Like, her mom's going to die. So,
no matter what all else she can do, she can't save her mother.
She can't save her mom. Like, that's the hardest thing to ever.
If there's one thing that I love about comics that's consistent throughout all titles.
Can't nobody have a live mom?
No. You can't cure cancer.
Nah.
Like, no matter what you try, you can't.
We can travel back and forth to the universe, throughout the universe, visit different versions of ourselves.
Anger, like, I can't cure cancer?
Nah.
Like, that's great. I love it. Because that's real. Like,
that's real.
Don't give me some stories saying, "Oh, we survived cancer this way," and you can't do that in the real world yet. Like, that's depressing.
Right? So, right. So I think it's gonna end. So So there's this like council. We haven't seen the council yet, but there's like this council
of Ivy
that no. I mean, possible, but no. So there's this council, and they, to simplify it, they hired a Tamaranian to go out and find their next guardian or whatever. So one of the last panels of the volume that I just finished was the Tamaranian talking to the council, and she was like, you guys, like, she's completed all these trials, you see that she's worthy, like, please don't make her go through this last trial. And I'm like, shit. And I'm like, yo, they about to kill Harley's mom, and I'm just like, I'm not ready for the backlash after this. Like, I feel so bad for her.
Yeah,
like,
I get it. Yeah, that's gonna be rough for Harley.
It's going to be rough
after all that growth she's been through.
After all the growth she's been doing, after everything she's been through, like, so I don't know. I'm eager to see how they wrap that up, but poor Harley.
What's our next segment?
So I kind of want to make an announcement, I guess. I am, like I said earlier, I am going into at first I was saying a rebranding, but I'm like, no, like, we're not changing our name, but more so a restructuring. Okay. One, I want to start putting out, so we've been at this for 11 weeks now. And I just haven't been like seeing the growth I anticipated, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I think it's because, one, we don't post a lot of pictures of us. So like, if people follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they just see a company. Mm-hmm. They don't see like the Scotts behind Scott Enterprises.
Got you.
And I think we need to be more personable, I think is the word.
We don't English well, y'all.
So I want to make it more like a connection, more like something people can connect with.
No, I hear you.
So I want to change our motivational moments on Mondays to like short videos. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of starting to vlog more, because I think when you just come and listen or see a preview once a week, it's not like, that's not a community.
Right.
That's you watching, you observing. But I feel like if there's more direct, Ronnie in the face talking to you, you'll understand, and
you'll want to watch more.
You'll want to engage more. You'll see that you're engaging with me and not just an abstract brand.
I got you.
So that's one of the ways. And as a result of that, like I said, I want to make designated shooting space in the apartment. Like this is our designated shooting space, but this is more so like our designated podcasting space.
Okay.
So I just want to do more. I just want to do more content like that. So motivational moments. I want to start vlogging about our plants, about our life, just to
get more in touch with our audience.
I
hear you.
Essentially. So that's where we're going. As far as the adult deck, it's still going to be called the adult deck, but I feel like we have moved away from the teaching aspect, I guess.
Okay.
Like the literal slogan for the Adult Deck podcast is "Come stack your cards against the game of life." I feel like we've just been like chilling and talking and reacting to things that go on in our life, but not necessarily giving people the tools that they need.
I hear you.
And the information that they need.
Okay.
Last week was a tough week, but going back and listening to the podcast, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have gotten that deep into it. and I know our life experiences we'll always have anecdotes to talk about. We'll always have things to come back to. But like I said, I feel like we've gone away from the teaching aspect of it. So I definitely want to bring that back into it. And I feel like I just haven't been, or we haven't been, I guess, as organized and as serious as we should be about it. Mm-hmm. Because, like we've said a couple of times, it's literally me, like, on Monday or Tuesday, like, all right, I guess I should start thinking about a topic now. Like, not preparing this out, having sources, having a clear, concise plan of how we expect the episode to go. Like, and not like, all right, 5 minutes, we have to talk about this, and then at 4:53 we have to switch to this. Follow. But something to follow, a rough structure. So that's where I'm going. I am thinking of, I'm just ready to put my all into Sky Enterprises as much as possible.
Okay.
Oh, I get that.
I feel like it's been on the back burner for me, honestly. Like, other than doing the podcast weekly and post, like, that's it.
Yeah, life gets distracting.
It does. But if I want to make this my 9 to 5, I have to treat it like it's my 9 to 5.
Facts.
So that's what's prompting all of this. And I hope that you all will stick with us throughout this. There's going to be a lot of changes coming forward. Definitely be responsive. Let us know what you like, what you don't like.
Even if you have any ideas of what you would like to see.
Even if you have any ideas on what you would like to see, let us know. So that is one announcement. The second announcement that stems from that is that I am going to be bringing a new show into the fold. Mm-hmm. So I am debating between 2 shows. And again, this is me brainstorming, just thinking it out. But one is going to be a day in the life of series. So we'll have a guest come on either in person or through Zoom. Well, not Zoom, but through video conferencing. And it'll just be trying to learn more about their life, learn more about what they do, how they do it. So I've been thinking of different people that we can get on for that. Okay. Just because you don't know the ins and outs. You don't know what somebody does in their general day-to-day unless you talk to them about it.
It can even help give audience an idea of what they might want to
do.
And see what type of effort you have to put in to do so.
To generate the results you want and the results you need. So that's one show. Another show that has stemmed from, I guess, life is I want to do a show. I don't know what it's going to be called yet, but I want to have a show with me and another one of my friends where we answer audience questions. So like people come to us, say, hey, I'm really struggling with this. How would you handle it? And we discuss, throw our thoughts out there. And I kind of got this idea from my therapy group. Of course, none of us are licensed therapists, but we just talk about our experiences. We bounce ideas off of each other, talk through whatever's going on in our mind, whatever's going on in our brain. And I'm like, yo, like, wouldn't it be nice if other people had a resource like this? So it's going to be interesting. So definitely my goal is to have at least one of our 2 new shows out at the beginning of August. So we got about a month and a half to knock that out and get it started. But definitely look forward to it at the beginning of August if you are interested in either of those 2 shows.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That sounds fun. I think it'll help in a lot of different ways. for the day in the life of, I think that one, to give people ideas of what they might want to do, but I think it's good exposure, especially if we have small business owners on and seeing what they're doing. And give them great exposure. People can get their contacts, figure out where they are, see if they want to collab with them.
And even more just from a knowledge standpoint, like even just like I thought about at one point in my life, I thought about going into the culinary world, but like I never knew what it actually entailed being in there. Like, what is it really like working in a restaurant? Like, what is it really like being a pastor of a church? What is it really like being an event planner and an entrepreneur? Like, those are the type of questions I want to answer.
I got you.
So it kind of stems from me like being nosy and wanting to gain knowledge on that type of stuff that I'm not doing.
What does it take? I think I know one for somebody. That'll be a good one.
Oh yeah, let me know. Write it down. See, this is why we do this.
Because I'll be interested in her life journey and what got her to being a minister.
So, write that down so that you don't forget.
I already know certain people that, especially in the day in life of, that I would definitely want.
Really? Oh, I'm excited. So, I mean, and then you know me.
It's going to be random people too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's crazy
stuff.
Yeah,
we are church-based, Bible-believing people.
Yes.
But we also have contacts in every aspect of the
world.
aspect
of the world.
So, yeah.
Right?
It'll be fun.
I'm looking forward to it. And then hopefully me being the dreamer that I am, I'm like, oh man, like wouldn't it be great like later on to be able to like go follow people and like actually see what they do throughout their day and make a video? Like that's what I really want to get to. And I'm like, okay, this is a great place to start. I'm so excited.
Just because I know one of my friends, he talks about wanting to own a comic shop. I would love to get somebody from Third Eye.
Right?
See what it takes to run a comic shop day in and day out.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
So keep tuned. Stay tuned.
Looking forward to it.
I'm low-key excited for that.
Right?
That's a good one.
Thanks.
That was dope.
Hey, I'm for it. So yeah. So I guess we can wrap up with our last segment. What is your quote of the week?
Quote of the week. I feel like I set expectations last week. but it's not going to be something funny. It's just something I live my life by constantly. Always expect the unexpected.
Yes.
I'm not easily surprised just because I expect my day not to go the way it's planned. Like I wake up, I set an itinerary, and then I get a call from my job and it's like, no, we needed to fix this, so kiss your Saturday goodbye. So but that's never devastating for me. Like I don't like working on the weekends. I give you my 8 hours, my 40 hours a week, and you want more.
Yeah.
So I'm never happy, but I'm not devastated when they call me. It's like, saw this coming.
Right. But not even with work. I think that's a great
way any aspect
just
of
to
life.
Go through your life in general.
Absolutely.
I definitely have that. I think I cultivated that belief with Charmaine.
Really?
Because you just never know with Charmaine.
No, we would have plans, and then Charmaine would be like, "But I'm gonna sit right here though."
But I ain't gonna start today. I hope you figure this out because I can't tell you.
Oh, it's hot today. This window ain't going down.
Definitely not. I hope you brought a water bottle or something because
you got a fan because I don't.
Look, I had to learn that real quick with Charmaine because kept my life at bay.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, always expect the unexpected. What about you? What's your quote for the week?
My quote for the week: HOE.
Gotta love
happiness over everything. Not hoes. I mean, it is hoe, but happiness over everything.
So remember, tell everybody, call them a hoe. They'll love it.
Certain people don't do that to everybody. They ain't for it.
Happiness over everything.
Happiness over everything. And I think that's just how I want to move forward in general. What?
Getting a little Issa there, right?
No.
Like all good energy over here, son. No bad vibes. You saw how that turned out.
Stop.
It was 9 episodes now.
No, because it's not just her, y'all. We will get into. We should probably do like a bonus episode of us just discussing how we feel about Insecure, because this last season has been a ride.
Yeah.
So
Team Molly and Team Issa is questioning who they loyal to.
oh man, all the way. Like I went into this and I was like, no, I'm not going to choose a side, because I feel like I've been both friends, honestly. But before we get too off track, happiness over everything. I'm not compromising my happiness for anything anymore. Like I've compromised my happiness to fit into a certain job. I've compromised my happiness to make sure my family is, or try to make sure my family is okay, and try to make sure that, you know, they're taken care of. And not to say that that's not something that you should do. However, I was 2 seconds from quitting Scott Enterprises as a whole because of our argument that I had with my sister last week. And it's like, no, this is what makes me happy. This is what makes me okay. If you don't want to be involved, that's cool. That's cool. I'm still going to do it. Be mad if you want. I'm happy. This makes me happy. I'm going to continue to do it. Eating food makes me happy. I'm going to continue to do it. I want my donuts. I want my ice cream.
We haven't had donuts in a while.
We have not had donuts in a while. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as us having kids, essentially, I'm not, yeah, it'll happen when it happens. I'm not going to stress myself out over it anymore, because the stress is what's compromising my happiness. Mm-hmm. I'm losing sight of being happy and being content where I am, and appreciating my life for what it is the most.
Yeah, I hear you. And I also feel like we're not stuck to anybody's timeline but our own.
No.
We're not in a rush to do anything. We shouldn't be in a rush to do anything somebody else feels we should do or feels like should happen because we checked off certain boxes in our lives. Right. So this is next.
And that's what I felt like for a very long time. I felt like, okay, I checked off the moving out of my parents' house box. I checked off the got married box. Now it's time to check off the have kids box. And then after that, it's the get a house box.
But then you have other people be like, before you had kids, make sure you have a set career in mind and you're in that career. And it's like, you know, there's only 24 hours in a day, right?
Young, I just graduated college 5 years ago.
You know,
and a lot of people are like, that's not just. Yes, yes, it is just graduated.
Especially if I'm still paying these student loans.
Like, you know, like you can't expect people to be 5 years out of college and working in their field, working a job that pays them well, working
6 figures,
you know,
using your degree,
like
doing this, have this car by head, make sure you have a house and a picket fence.
Yeah, no.
Make sure you have 2.5 kids.
Nah. It's happiness over everything over here.
We be all right. We'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there when we get there. As long as I'm happy and I am happy with myself and happy with my husband and happy with my life, I'm good. Happiness over everything.
This is taking a lot of work. Because I just don't have a spirit to care much. So, you know, my happiness and my family, that's my main.
That's it.
And like, if it doesn't fit between those borders, then you ain't got a place here, man.
I'm taking that same philosophy. And I'm being selfish. You only get one life. One. Do not spend it trying to live up to other people's expectations. Do not spend it trying to prove yourself worthy according to somebody else's rules. It's not going to happen. It's my life.
Your life, live it the way you want to live it.
I'm sorry. Be mad if you want to. Argue with your mama. It's my life. So if it doesn't suit me and it doesn't make me happy, it has no place in my life. Point blank period.
Facts.
Happiness over everything over here. Like, it is what it is.
That's what's up.
So, It has been another episode of the Adult Deck Podcast. We thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining us in the future.
It's been real, y'all.
Bye.